Who doesn't like honey?
Okay, because...
Hi, everyone. Say hi to Mo. Hi, Mo. Okay, there you go. Oh,
from our beehives.
She brought... Oh, you have your own beehives. I didn't know that.
We do.
How cute is your little sign? Oh, I love Christmas. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yum. You know what's really good with honey is goat cheese salads.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to do her fill, and I wanted to show you guys everything start to finish. So we are going to do it all today. So she is one of the clients that's like a dream. You're a dream.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She's a dream to do because she just has super easy nails to do. So Sherry says hi, and you
Sherry.
can watch this, and so you can hang out, and y'all are going to be jealous that I get to have some honey. So, all right, so we're going to start to finish. I'm using these new zebra sanding bands that I got that I love. So if you want to see how well they work, here we go. All right. They just slide it off so nice. Well, that's fun. Honey. How many honey things do you have?
We have 2 hives, and that produced 65 gallons.
Oh my gosh.
And we left some for them for the winter, so...
65 gallons?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So you could just have honey to sell, like, forever.
We just kind of give it out, and then we use a lot of honey at the house, so...
Yeah, I love, so we got obsessed with goat cheese salads when we were in, where were we at? Poland last year. We had one and we were like, what is this delightfulness?
Right.
And they like cut discs of goat cheese and then fry it with like breadcrumbs. And it's like this little disc of fried heaven. And then they drizzle honey on it. Oh, that might have not been the first time, actually. I think the first time was in Spain. We had like crackers, and it was the same kind of deal. It's like stained. It's probably ink or something. It was like crackers with a disc of like fried goat cheese drizzled in honey. Oh my God.
Yum.
It's just heavenly. So when you shorten your length, you just want to hold your E-file straight up and down and go across. I like to thin it out quite a bit. She has pretty round nail beds to begin with, so I don't like to have too much on there. I mean, this is basically her nail bed. Her nail with just the slightest bit of gel on top. Not very much whatsoever. Hello, Rhonda. And then I just feather with my E-file bit around the cuticle. I don't like to do this around the cuticle on the natural nail because I don't want to create rings of fire. So when I go around the cuticle, I call it feathering, but I basically cut and blend it going that way. And that creates a nice smooth transition between the gel that was there and the natural nail to grow out. A quick dust. Moving on. So the color she had on was Allure. What are you going to do today?
I have no idea.
Oh, we have a new purple. She's a purple girl. These are new. We have a new, hello, I just made it very dusty. These are new. They just came out. So, there you go.
How's your willow?
Shocking. So how's your Christmas shopping been?
Oh my God, I have to go to the mall right now after this. I'm not happy.
I just texted my husband. I said, FYI, today's the last day for Amazon to deliver on time. Because he's working on Vashon for the week, and so he's gone. So he's certainly not, out shopping anywhere. So I'm like, when you have a lunch break, if you want to do any shopping, today's the day.
I know, I'm almost done. I just have my one more little thing for my son and daughter, and then it's my husband. But I have no looking.
Oh, see, mine was really easy this year. And luckily no one here, I think, is going to tell him. So I'd be really sad if anyone did. But I asked my neighbor, so when you flipped with Jared, what tools did he borrow from you? How's that for
That's
genius?
awesome.
Yeah. So then I had to get a set, but the set comes with multiple pieces. And I'm like, well, we're going to separate those.
Right.
So they've been wrapped, and when he comes home from Vashon, he's going to see all the gifts for him and realize, I need to go shopping for my wife.
Now.
Right. And I thought that was genius.
Yeah, Monty's really hard. He needs it, he buys it. And because we're in the, he's a mechanic, he's got everything. Things he doesn't need, he's got, He's silly. So I don't know what I'm going to do with him.
Yeah.
But we don't exchange usually a lot anyway, but I like him to have, something to open.
Definitely. I'm a gift person.
I like giving
Hey,
gifts.
Amy. Hey, Heather. Amy's in here. She's the one that interviewed me last week. She did a Tech Talk Live, and we chatted for about an hour about nail camp and some of my crazy life. We talked about the mountain a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I have some exciting news about nail camp. There's a new workshop. So once this fan turns off, I'll talk about that. All right. So that's done. Hello, Wendy. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Hey, Tracy. I don't see everyone that pops in, so if I don't see you, my apologies. All right. So I'll pop this open underneath just so y'all know who it is. All right, so let's get going. So I'm going to pull out of my Let's Touch. Oh, Amy, you're going to love it in May. We need to get going on. I want to get some more registrations in. I realized that I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be after the holidays, like 4 months basically between before nail camp. There's lots to do. I have lots to do. So I'm pretty excited. But so my news, so if you're watching this and you don't know anything about nail camp, you can go to nailcamp.org, and it is an event that I'm organizing. I have one outside of Atlanta and one just outside of Boise. They are 4-day all-inclusive weekends. So from Friday through Monday, you have 10 meals paid for, you have your lodging paid for, and you have classes, workshops, keynote seminars. All of it is included. There's some additional classes that you can take from different educators, and so those might be a small fee, but typically less than they would be at a trade show or anything like that. So I'm going to grab my little prep bit. This is my favorite. It's I think it's a 29S. I have them on my website, but it is my favorite. And I'm going to go up about halfway speed, so probably about 15,000. You can go up all the way. I know in Europe they all go up all the way, and I like to not go quite that high. But this is my favorite bit because it really gets under the cuticle, which is beautiful. Anyway, so nail camp. So it's all inclusive. There are always free classes to attend. So even if you can't afford to do a workshop that might cost $50 or $100 extra, there's always classes to attend that are free. There's 6 free time slots for 1-hour demo classes, and then there's a 3-hour class and an 8-hour class. And the news I have is that on Friday we do a class called Incredible Improvements, and in Atlanta, Lauren Wireman is going to run that class. She's done it before. She loves it. It's a great class for really talking about structure and proper, did we lose video or was it just me? Sorry, just checking to see what happened here. My source. All right, I think we're good. So Lauren will be teaching that one, and she really likes it because it's really getting down to the basics, and it's really, you know, seeing where you're at and helping you improve over the course of the class. It's called Incredible Improvements. But for those who have come and done incredible improvements and they're ready to go kind of to the next level, we are going to introduce a new workshop. And with the help of Allie Baker, I am going to bring all my photography equipment. We are going to create a table with all kinds of nail art supplies, bling, metal bling. There'll be gel paints, all kinds of stuff. I'm sure some of our sponsors will probably be happy to donate some stuff for the creative table. And you're either going to work on yourself or on each other, and you'll have the length of the class. I know there was a sticky up situation right there. You'll have the length of the class. I already prepped this file, so we're going. To do one hand of super awesome blinged out nails. So if it takes you 2.5 hours to do one hand, that's fine. That's how much time we have for this. If you want some help on how to do a certain technique for those nails, we're gonna have educators like Allie there to help you with these techniques. And then we're gonna have photography equipment set up. And we're gonna get actual good shots, some close-up shots. You can bring some props, and we're gonna do some awesome pictures. And that way you have a picture that you can use for maybe Nails Magazine cover contest, or your social media, or your business cards. So, you know, if you're a busy tech like me, I never have time to do photo shoot quality nails. It's just not possible. So by setting up this class, we are able to do a photo shoot using, I have a good camera, and I can go through and I'll Photoshop them so that they have good lighting and everything. But those pictures will actually be able to be used for the cover contest. I won the cover contest for Nails Magazine in 2009, and I took the picture. And I mean, those nails weren't even, they're all right. They were pretty, but they were just pink and whites. So it'd be fun to do something more exciting. But if you want to just do a really classy set of, you know, short extensions and a solid color and just get a really nice picture with nice props, you can do that too. So the class will be split in two on Friday. Those who are newer, who haven't done nail camp, you can go to the Incredible Improvements workshop. That's really going to help you improve your nails as a whole. If you've come before, this is for both Boise and for Atlanta. If you've come before and you're ready to kind of go up to the next level and you want to do a photo shoot with some nails, we're going to do that. So that's my exciting news. I haven't even posted it yet, but I'm really excited to show y'all how that's going to go. So it's pretty fun. So what I'm doing here is thinning the nail out, making sure that I don't have a lot of bulk. So making sure that it's all nice and thin, shortening them to the length that I know she desires, which is short. Not super crazy short, but pretty short. Just got stuff hanging out over here. Oh, that's a lovely hangnail.
I'm prone.
You're prone, I know. And if I don't get them, then they're like, Jess, you missed my hangnail, and I pulled on it, and now my finger hurts. So I try not to do that, because then I get yelled at later. So thinning this out. And then I just go through real quick with my file and prep the cuticle area like that. Okay.
This one's pretty.
Which one?
Composed with the sparkly.
I know. Well, there's two sparklies on there. There's two colors. So each of those, I painted the top gloss effects on two different sides of the swatch. And so if you look at it, it might be like silver and blue maybe.
Oh, I see the blue for sure.
So then
Okay,
if you turn it to the other side, And stick it under the camera, they can see what you're looking at. So this is the swatch she's looking at. So if you look at it from one side, Compose has the blue shimmer effects. And if you look at it from the other side, it's got the silver. Yeah.
Am I too late to have that done?
No, you can do that. You can do that on top of, that's a top coat. So if you still want purple, but you want a blue, the blue shimmer on it, or a purple shimmer, or the silver shimmer, those are all top coats. You can add it to any color you want.
I think I want Compose with the, I want blue or
With a snowflake? I know, I'm just stepping way outside your box. She had a little heart attack inside right there. She's one of the lovelies that wears a solid color and nothing else.
Hey, shimmer is
That's true. That's true. Got a little shimmer. That's good.
I think I'm going to do the Compose with the blue.
Okay.
It'll be fun for New Year's.
Yeah. What are you guys going to do for New Year's?
I usually have people over at the house. Hang out.
We have my daughter's big New Year's surprise.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, I didn't tell you?
No.
Oh, it's very exciting. So we are, you know, she's obsessed with Harry Potter.
Yes.
With a capital O. And even when we were decorating the tree, it was so funny because she's like, when are we going to go to Harry Potter World? I want to go to Universal. I'm like, you got to go like 3 years ago. You were spoiled. Why do you think you get to go again? She's like, but I haven't been to the one in California. And I said, well, you were spoiled. You don't need to go to all of them. And then I changed the subject, and me and Jared are like, hee, 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 hee.
Oh,
so we got her. Thank you very much, Mr. FedEx. So we are surprising her with Harry Potter World New Year's Eve.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So as you know, that is her gift. Like I think she gets socks otherwise because that was all of her miles and an Airbnb and, you know, tickets.
How exciting.
It's open till 2 in the morning. So there will be a video because she has zero idea. So we'll video it because she should be sufficiently surprised. I mean,
awesome.
Sometimes when we surprise her, she just is speechless. But okay, so I don't need to do a fix it on her. She never really lifts. So I just go straight to OptiBond. OptiBond. You can use X-Bond if you like. I'm faster with OptiBond, which is why I use it. But you certainly can use X-Bond. Lint. So yeah, we're gonna do that on New Year's Eve, and
Very
then
cool.
yeah. So
How
one of my
exciting.
I know. Well, and we're gonna go down to San Diego first. One of my clients gave us some zoo passes, so that's super nice.
San Diego Zoo's amazing.
I know. I heard the safari park's super cool too, so I think we're gonna have to go do that one day.
Yeah, it's a really neat place.
Jared wants to go to the aircraft carrier. So we'll be down in San Diego for a few days, and then we'll head up to...
How fun.
I know. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit crazy. Crazy. I mean, it's open until 2 a.m.
Oh, my word.
I know. Hi, Beth. Is it afternoon already? She said good afternoon. What time is it?
It's...
Well, it might be afternoon where she is. I can't remember. Where do you live, Beth? You're not very far. I thought she was in the Northwest. She's close, I'm sure. Everyone's very quiet, but that's okay. We're just doing a quick 30-day mani. Easy peasy.
I know, my daughter isn't getting a whole lot either. She wrecked her car. And she wasn't being reckless or anything like that, but it was enough where it's in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, she has her list, and I'm like, oh, we have $1,000 deductible.
Right.
On your car.
So this is natural pink. This is my preferred gel for pretty much everything. I get the best results out of it. I get the best longevity out of it. Clients can go a month and they don't have any problems. I find with some of the other gels, they just don't hold up quite as well long term. and natural is my favorite. It also goes on really smooth. If you hold your brush flat and you pillow around the cuticle, and then you just gloss over it like a gloss, it will just, very light touch. You don't want to make indents in it. Just gloss over it like a gloss, and it will smooth out the rest of the way for you. I remove a little bit on the free edge, make sure there's no bulk. Is OptiBond a bonder or a base? Well, what is the difference between a bonder and a base? I think they both are basically the same thing. Some call them bonding gels, some call them base gels, but they're basically your underlayer gel that is designed to adhere the nail to your gel. So it's thinner, whereas like Luxio base coat has just got a little bit more thickness to it. It fills in ridges and stuff like that. OptiBond, you just brush on real thin. Doesn't really have that kind of thickness. So again, I'm just brushing this down like a gloss. So not a lot of thickness. Anything excess on the bottom just got a stain. Shocking. So going from side to side. You got a poor cut on your finger. A little dry.
'Tis the season.
Okay, and again, I just brush down off the tip to remove any excess. And then I typically will just check it and make sure I didn't bump into anything, and the line of light looks good on all these. There's a little wave right there. Okay, and the light. Same thing on this side. So keeping your brush flat like this. And so I've talked about brushes before, and sometimes people get a little confused as to why it matters between using an oval brush and a flat brush. When you have an oval brush and you are doing this technique, your oval brush has a belly, and it's putting lines in your product. To do this technique properly, you need a flat brush because you're just glossing over the top. So you don't want to have a brush that's an oval brush that has much of a belly on it, or you're going to end up with divots. So that's really important. And as you can see, there's a fine line, about a week's worth of grow out on top of where I put this hard gel. And that is so that my color can fall into that point. You don't need any strength way back at the cuticle. They're not going to break their nail way back at the cuticle. But you also want the product to be growing out nice and smooth. So if you leave that little gap, that 1 week grow out, your color can fall into that gap and you get a much smoother finish as their nail grows out, which also helps eliminate pickers, because if you've got a big ledge, they're going to go after it. It's also going to cause lifting. She giggles. Why are you giggling?
I could be a picker, but I really work on it.
Yes, you do well. You do well. Okay, and thumb. I try to keep their hand up off the table because I tend to bump it into the table. Am I in the light? Sorry. There we go. So again, I'm pillowing around the cuticle, leaving about a 1 week grow out, then keeping my brush flat. I'm glossing over the top of the gel like a top gloss, like a thicker top gloss. If you're in your gel and you're creating divots, you need to lighten your touch. And then I just remove from the free edge, and it's done. Now, if you're using a runnier gel, you're gonna have to probably freeze or flash cure your first 4 fingers before you do your thumb. With natural, I can do all 5. All right, and let you go. I'm gonna wipe that, close that up. Compose. Where is it? Hey, it did not take me too long to find it. All right, so Compose is, I think this is one of our most recent collections, not the newest one, but the one right before, which is like a nice light gray. I gave it a shake. So your Luxio should go on really, really well without a lot of shrinking. If you're getting shrinking when you apply your Luxio, there's a couple of reasons this can happen. whatever layer you're putting it on is slippery. So whether it's a builder gel that you've put on or a base gel that you've put on, it's slippery. So you can try curing it a little bit longer to see if that helps, or you might have to flash cure in between each couple of nails. Or the most common reason people get shrinking with Luxio is that it's simply just not mixed properly. When you get a new bottle of Luxio, a lot of times your pigment's sitting a little bit farther down the bottom of the bottle, and it needs shaken really well, and not shaken like a bottle of polish. Like, pound it into your palm shaken, because you really want to work that pigment down. Sometimes I will literally just put mine upside down during the prep and fill process of the service, and then I'll give it a good pounding, because then the pigment's kind of started seeping down. What is that? This one's a slim line. Wendy says she has a slim line, but her line of light is squiggles. But this one is a slim line lamp as also. Do you see the line there? It is also a slim line light. So if you're seeing a lot of wiggles, then it's going to be your product, or that your surface is wiggly. So even though it's not round, to see your line of light, the straight line, you can still see some definition and see where it's wiggly. I'm not as concerned with my line of light during my color. My gloss is when I'm really going to make sure that my line of light's perfect. I'm putting it on into a smooth nail, so we've got a good start to begin with. Thank you, Mr. Mailman. Box is going out to my friends who have ordered last night. This is about the time the mailman picks up, so. So I'm pushing my color all the way up to the cuticle and then glossing down. And some, worry about getting the free edge because they're trying to like have a seal and all of that. I just do it because I feel like it's an anchor and it keeps the gel where it's supposed to be. But you'll see at the end of the service, I file the very end of the nail and I remove from underneath. So it's not really for anything else. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about a very excited little girl on Christmas.
So awesome.
She's gonna freak out. Because there's just no time. Yeah, there's no time to do. We can't really do spring break next year.
Right.
We're going to be in the process of all the building and getting out of the shop, and with us probably heading off to Lithuania.
Right.
And she will be with Grandma. We wanted to make a trip kind of about her, so it'll be...
She's going to be so excited.
I know. We were pretty thrilled that she brought it up, decorating the Christmas tree.
Right.
Like, we were like...
Yes.
I know. We're like, oh, good, we did well, because
Right.
it's not something she's going to ask for Christmas. Like, I want to go to Universal. But she was like, when are we going to get to go to Universal? And we're like, you're spoiled. You don't need to go. And we're like, hee hee hee. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. So if you're watching and you want to see her reaction, I will post it on Facebook. Hopefully it's good. I've surprised her in the past with, going to Disneyland same day. I've taken her when she must have been 5 or 6, 7. I don't know. She wasn't very old, but Southwest had a $1 flight deal or something crazy. And so you only had to buy basically one ticket, and I think it was like $100. So I was like, well, we have a season pass. We had a season pass that year to Disneyland. So I'm like, we can just do this so cheap. So I said, let's go for a drive. And I went to the airport, and I'm like, you want to go to Disneyland right now? And she's like, yes. Amy says she loves the castle vision on the mountain. I love it too. I hope it happens someday. I kind of just want a first place. The first building we're building isn't even on the best part of the mountain. because we have the castle vision, and so we're saving the best part of the mountain for the castle. But we don't want to take out loans to do it. So that's a lot of it, is that we've got to work and save and work and save, and he's got to build this first one, and then we have to continue saving to have the money to build it, because he can build it all with his hands, but he's got to save up everything for the raw materials so that we don't have to take out loans, because that's important to us. But I like that it would be a place where people can stay and take classes and not have to try to find hotels, and
All in one.
it would be all in one, and it'd be like little mini camps every time people came, because they would be able to stay there with their friends that they, you know, a lot of times people come and do classes with people that they know, you know, like, we just had a class here with the lovely Anna, and there were a group of girls that drove up from Oregon, and so that happens quite often. So this is the Blue Effects top coat. So all these effects top coats are top coat with shimmer built right in, so you don't have to do a glitter and then top coat it. It is a one-step awesomeness, right? She loves it. It's so wintry.
It is.
We're moving into winter nails, so my nails are starting to become outdated as they get beaten up throughout the Christmas nail working situation.
They're so cute, though.
I know. People were like, wow, couldn't decide. I said, well, I'm helping, because when someone says, I don't know what I want, I say, pick one.
That's awesome.
But, and it's worked. There's been people that were like, I want one that has that, or I want one that has that. So that's been fun. I've done a lot of this candy cane one. I love this candy cane one.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a clear jelly stamping plate, and it's layered correctly so that you can do the white and the green, which I love.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so you get the green lines and the white lines, and it just comes out so cute. So when you're top coating, you know, I see a lot of people top coat and they drag too much. So if you're pressing your top coat brush too much, you end up with not as glossy of a finish. Same with a brush. When people will, there's something in there. When people will use a regular brush and they'll drag it down. Again, I'm keeping my brush parallel to the nail. So that's really essential to getting a beautiful finish, is to keep your brush flat to the nail as much as possible. Just making sure everything looks good. All right, in you go, please. Oh, it's a nice, these effects top coats come in blue, obviously, purple, pink, silver, gold, and copper. So I did silver on my last client. I use them a lot, probably at least one a day, if not more. So it's pretty fun. It really allows you to change the look of your colors. Most Luxio colors are purposely designed to be flat, and the reason for that is because you can make it have whatever shimmer you want using the effects. So they can make a gray with a blue shimmer and a pink shimmer and an orange, you know, a gold shimmer, but then you now have like to buy all of those different colors, whereas you just get the 6 shimmers and you can turn any of your colors into those shimmers. I keep getting out of frame. Sorry, people. So anyway, I'm excited for nail camp. I'm excited to hang out with you, Amy, and other educators that are coming. The Profiles girls haven't been to nail camp before, so I'm excited for them to experience it because I know they're going to love it. And I'm excited for the new location in Atlanta. It's really pretty. And so is the Boise one. They're really nice, new modern facilities.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I'm excited for the new workshop. We needed something for the people that have come many years. I mean, we've been doing it since 2010,
But
and
something
so
new and
something new.
fresh.
But yeah, but we want the people that haven't been to take this incredible improvements workshop, because it helps them improve their nails so much in 5 hours that it's unbelievable. But if they've taken it 5 times, then they don't necessarily need that workshop anymore. So this allows those advanced people or those who've been to nail camp to do something totally different. So I'm super excited. Yeah, try using the 106, Wendy. The other flat one is the square one, and it's much smaller, which is great for toes, but it doesn't cover much of the nails. So this one, it really covers a lot of the nail. You can really get good from one side to the other. So now to finish, I'm gonna go around her free edge and sidewalls and make sure it's all completely smooth. This is really important because you might get little wiggles just in the front. If you hold this, do you see the tiny little bumps? I don't want those. I want it to be perfectly straight and smooth every time. You don't have to worry about breaking a seal. This isn't gonna have that problem. And Mo is special in that she's got great nails that are relatively easy to do, not a lot of cuticle crazy going on, or her shape is really easy to do. So yes, this only took, I don't know, about half an hour. But I don't think that all of my clients only take half an hour. So I just wanted to be able to show you guys a quick start to finish. So if you have, you know, a client that you know is relatively easy, you can kind of have a goal of, you know, when you think you'll be able to get done. And it works really well for when someone's car doesn't start.
Yes, lucky me.
Yeah. Yeah, her car didn't start, so she was almost half an hour late. So it's a good thing she has such easy nails to do, because we only had half an hour or so. We didn't have quite as much time. All right, then I'm gonna pop my sanding band back on. She's so happy, she says. And I'm just gonna go right around the edge and thin out the free edge. This is for a couple of reasons. You want to remove any bulk because it's thicker right there right now. So you want to remove the bulk, okay, so you get a thinner finish. Also, as the natural nail grows out, it's gonna curl down, and that's where you get your free edge separation. And by removing this very little bit on the free edge, it really helps prevent that for most clients. So it's kind of does a dual purpose. If you have a lot of free edge separation, and I'll get, you know, texts from people, oh, my corners, my clients keep chipping their corners. And I say, well, are you removing some of that bulk at the very end of their surface? And they're like, no, I skipped that step. I said, try it, because you will be surprised how few corners they start to chip. I don't want to do that. I'm going to get oil on it. You'll be surprised how few corners they will chip when they don't have that natural nail separating, because then you end up with just a little bit of gel. So, all right. And if you watch this on YouTube and it's had a bad network connection, I'm going to save the video and post it. I'm sorry, if you've watched it on Facebook and it's had a slow network connection, I'm saving the video and it'll get posted on YouTube. So I will repost the link and make sure you guys get that. But there you go. Quick 30-day manicure fill with Composed and some blue shimmer. Do you see that blue shimmer? So pretty. All right. From Mo and me and her honey. Merry Christmas, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.